Hi, friends. I'm your host, Laura Poe, and I am so excited to be here today. I have my friend and very special guest from Virgin Voyages joining me. Welcome, Tamika. I think you might be muted,
Happy
Tamika.
Friday, Laura.
There you are. Happy Friday. Thank you so
Brain
much for
cells are
joining me.
already in the weekend. Okay. It's a,
I love you.
it's the hammock. I'm channeling like being on board. I have my Virgin Voyages shirt on
I love
today.
it.
So I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you so much for joining me. I am also rocking my Virgin Red today, and I was just on board. So we have a ton to talk about, but I want to do a little recap of the celebration voyage because I was just on board last week, and let me tell you, it was incredible. I am so excited to share about this epic experience. So, every year, Virgin hosts a celebration voyage, sometimes two or three of them. And I was just on board one last week from Miami. So we had the best time ever. We had tons of Virgin Voyages leadership on board. And this photo is one of my favorites from the trip. We did the VHS workout with Nicole, who's
Epic.
the SVP of Fleet Experience. Can you see her outfit up there?
Listen, I want to be like Nicole when I grow up, okay? She
Sam.
is she's just such an amazing part of the brand, and she's just like the true essence of Virgin Voyages. I love her. And by the way, can I just say I had major FOMO when I saw you posting, and I was like, why is she doing this to me?
We
Why?
miss you. We miss you on board.
Ah, I love the outfits though.
Yeah. So for anybody who has not done VHS workout, you have to do this. It's a group fitness class, but don't let the fitness class part put you off if that's not your thing. It's really fun more than fitness, although it can be a good workout if you like really, put your all
If you
into it.
concentrate.
Yeah, yeah. If you take it very seriously, like my husband definitely did, he leaves there like drenched in sweat. And I'm like, oh, are you ready for brunch? Like, I don't try that hard, but um, you have a shake weight and they're doing all these like 80s and 90s moves, from back in the day from like a VHS workout tape. Yeah, that's the move.
Can I just say special shout out to your husband Rico? In your intro video when he's jumping on the on the bed in Richard's rooftop, the way he's jumping is so epic, and I just love him. So shout out to Rico.
He's the best, right? He's the greatest. And I've gotten many text messages of people who are like, hey, I'm up at Richard's rooftop and it definitely says no jumping on that thing that Rico is totally jumping on in your intro
Rico is
video.
totally jumping. The amount of control that he has on his upper body and his legs are just moving. I mean, I think he should win an award for that.
Right? Like he could be an astronaut or something,
All
I feel like.
right.
All right, so there is so much to talk about from this voyage, and I don't want to give you even more, FOMO, Tamika, but you did miss out on a lot, honestly. We had this letterpress workshop with Green. It's Green Machine Creative. So they do a lot of the art that's in the Rockstar and Mega Rockstar suites. So you can see one of the prints up there, and then I have some here too.
Mm.
So Rico in right below is actually doing the letterpress. So it's like a thing. You get the paint and then you put it on, and it's so cool. It's like this very like nostalgic, romantic way to do art. And this one is my favorite one. It was a two-part process. So the with love with was the first part, and then you take it over to another letterpress and do the waves on the bottom. But
Yeah.
it's just so like bespoke and special. And we made these little postcards to be able to send to friends.
I love that. This is you've been around since the beginning. So you have seen the brand and the branding and the messaging really evolve. And I am so in love with the love.
Right?
Um, Virgin Voyages. It is just it's almost like my soft girl era, right? It's like
Yes.
still fun, but there's that romance, not necessarily a love romance, but this romance with the ship and the places that we go and all the imagery and special things, special touches like this. I just
Yeah.
really love the branding and where we are right now.
It's such a sentimental campaign that's really, it's not just a marketing campaign. It's kind of started to wave into all parts of your shipboard experience. And Nathan, who's up there with his hand up in the hot seat on stage, talked a little bit about the campaign. I'm so excited. I'm meeting with him next week. So I won't spend too much time on the
Yeah,
branding because I want to dive deep with him on that. And
yeah.
that is his passion point. But it's just such a really cool campaign that's all about connection. But the sessions were all over the board. Like if you were into the crafting workshops, there were things like the letterpress and calligraphy sessions. If you're
I
in,
heard about the calligraphy session.
yes,
Uh,
let me show you. I have one. So
oh,
Cynthia Beeson. So this is like a letterpress and calligraphy combo that my husband sort of like zhuzhed up. He did like the metallic over the top. So this is a very custom piece that I actually made for you. So
oh
keep an eye out in the mail, Tamika.
yeah. They spoil me so much. I love it.
We love you. You're the best.
Thank you.
So even for like my ship nerds, like I love to know the behind the scenes, all the details. Like, okay, what was the inspo? What was the context around this? Frank Weber on the right side did this incredible wet and dry dock talk where
Yeah.
he showed all of these behind the scenes photos of Scarlet Lady that just went through her dry dock at the end of 2024 and all of the inspiration and like cool things that went into some of the new ship spaces, like the new restaurants,
Mhm.
Lucky Lotus, the new cabanas by the pool. It was so impressive.
Yeah. I love all the updates. I can't wait to actually get on a ship with that has been through dry dock.
Yeah.
A little mention, but it's so weird. So Scarlet Lady was our original OG, right? She was our first lady ship. So she was obviously the first one to go through dry dock.
Yeah.
Well, the second one to go through dry dock is actually our newest ship, which is Brilliant Lady, who hasn't even set sail yet. But before she sets sail, she is going to go through dry dock and get, a lot of the same upgrades, but some more too, right? So it's
Yes.
crazy how the first one and the last one are going to be going through dry dock like 6 months apart. But hey, we will definitely have the newest and greatest of our fleet out this year. So excited about that.
I cannot wait to sail on Brilliant. I'm looking for I have a few booked and I'm like, okay, every day, like, do I need to book that one? Do I need to go on that one too? I think yes to all of it.
I think
um,
so too, Laura.
yeah,
I mean, you're never home
I
anyway,
know. I
you
know.
know?
I
I
know.
will say this about Brilliant. Um, it's really special, especially for me, being from New York City originally, to
Yes,
see her start her journey there. And it's going to be so exciting. And the time of year, with these amazing itineraries that we have, it's perfection. It's
I
perfection.
agree.
It was
I
really
agree.
well thought through. And, obviously, we cannot wait for her to get into Miami as well. But former maidens coming in the next year.
Can you believe it? I feel like we've been waiting and anticipating for so long and it's finally here. I can't
Yes.
wait. I can't wait.
Yes. Laura,
Um,
tell us about that picture next to Nirmal because that
oh
is when
my
the
gosh.
real FOMO really hit me.
I'm burying the lead here, right? Richard Branson showed up at the beach club at Bemini, which was the coolest thing ever. I was there last year when he was there and he caught me by surprise. I had to jump in the pool last minute to be in the photo, but this year I was ready. I was like,
Yes,
I know the Virgin has a lot up their sleeve. This is going to be an epic moment. So
yes,
I was ready with my camera.
yes,
This is actually a photo from the Facebook group. Everybody was so thrilled and snapping photos. But I got some really cool video that I'm going to share. But Richard came out and spoke with Nirmal and was just like, he's such a man of the people,
yes,
both of them really. But like Richard is just this, extremely charismatic, inspirational leader that every time I'm in the same space with him, I leave like, oh my gosh, I could take on the world. Like he's
yes.
amazing.
So, Laura, June 1st is going to be 4 years with the Virgin Voyages brand for myself, but it'll mark 15 years that I've been with the brand.
Oh my
And
gosh.
yeah, so I've been with the Virgin brand for almost 15 years. And Sir Richard Branson, I have been lucky enough to meet him on quite a few occasions. And I will say that he just changes the vibe in every room that he walks in. He's one of those laid back. I mean, I saw him walking barefoot through the galley. So
Put your shoes on, SRB.
And what's crazy is he probably like took a jet ski over from Necker
Right?
to promote Bimini. I mean, this man, his energy is infectious.
Yeah.
The love for his brand, how close he is to it. I think these are some of the small things that make us really special as a brand. How many brands can you be up and close and personal with
Yeah.
senior leaders and, the owner of our brand? So it's a really special brand. And I'm just so glad that you've been on this journey with us since the beginning.
Thank you. And happy almost 15-year anniversary. That's incredible. What a cool brand to have that much history with.
Yeah.
Virgin is just an incredible brand for so many reasons. I feel like I'm one of the biggest Virgin Voyages fangirls
Me
too.
too. I'm a fangirl too. I know.
Oh my goodness. How fun. How fun. Well, there were, so many celebrity faces around this ship. Nirmal, is an incredible CEO. He did a bunch of talks. He served drinks to us at one point. I turned around and he had a tray of drinks. So, like, the ultimate servant leader, just
Yes,
incredible.
yes,
So
yes.
much fun. You never know who you're going to run into on board. And then you also never know what kind of goodies you're going to get. I feel like every day when we got back to the cabin, there was some kind of surprise, like really cool enamel pin or luggage tags, like just so many fun treats on this special voyage.
I don't even have the luggage tags, guys, and I work for the company. So, so this is
How
when you
sweet is
talk
this?
exclusive. When we talk exclusive, look at this, Laura. So it doesn't look like you were in a regular cabin. I can tell by the color of the throw blanket and that peekaboo window. So, what suite did you stay in this time?
We went mega rock star this time and we were in the gorgeous suite, which is one of my absolute
How
favorites. It
fitting
was
for you,
incredible.
gorgeous. How fitting. Guys, I'll be honest with you. Laura and I, when we first started working together, I told Laura, you have to get on board. Like, you just
Yes.
have to. And from that first time, it was really game changing for her because she just felt it, and she knew that there was going to be a connection here. But I'm going to warn you, once you have a taste of rock star or mega rock star, you'll never go back to a sea terrace. Okay.
Isn't that the truth?
It
I am
is
a
the
sweets
truth.
girl through and through now.
Yes, you are. God
Especially,
forbid we put Laura in a sea terrace, guys. Like, there's going to be a problem. But it
no, I
is because
I
you
love
get
a sea terrace too. But having access to Richard's rooftop is one of my most favorite things. Like
yeah.
going up there and having the sushi and the bao buns and that cocktail hour. There's just something about
And
being up
that black
there.
band, right? That black band is also pretty special. Can you see that?
Yes.
I only have one. You probably have like a million.
Well,
Uh,
I donate mine because you can do that to be, friendly to the oceans. You can recycle your band.
Well, I am holding on to mine. I want to do something really special with
Yes.
mine. So I have
Okay.
15 of them. I'll be getting my 19th one at the end of this month. So I have seen people do some really cool things with them as well. Speaking of the band, did you know that we are redesigning them?
No, tell me, spill that tea, Tamika.
So this is going to be a whole lot smaller, actually, and I've seen some of our kind of test bands.
Okay.
So probably half the size of this. It's still the amazing, like, it doesn't stay wet. The band is still the same, but the device itself is smaller. So we are so excited about that. We've already started like testing it a little bit, just to make sure. So some passengers was like, oh my God, why is that so small? Oh, you have the new one. So
So
yeah, we
exciting.
are 3.5 years in, and we are a small but mighty brand here. And so it's time for us to start doing some upgrades to some of the things that we originally launched with. And the band is one of those things. So some
I love
really
that.
exciting things coming this year, though. It's just an exciting year for the brand, Laura, because, we never set out to be the biggest cruise line in the industry. So Four Lady Ships was always our, this is what we're going to do. Good old COVID threw a wrench in that. But to be here, Fourth Lady Ship, probably the last launch for a long time.
Yeah.
We are going to make the most of it. Virgin Voyages is making splashes and waves all over this industry.
All right. Well, you spilled some tea because I had not heard about the new wearable. That's very exciting. I
Uh-huh.
love the current one, but I can't wait to see what the next iteration is. I think there's something very special about not having to carry around a key card. Like people have found ways to make that more convenient. Like they'll wear the lanyards on other
Yep.
cruise brands and stuff, but just being able to have it on your wrist and have it not be like one of those obnoxious, like I just went to a concert bands, but like a pretty one that
Right.
sometimes people even will keep on as a bracelet after their
Yes.
voyage is so
Yeah.
cool.
Well, Laura, I tell you what, it is the best because a person like me will get locked out of their cabin 3 times in the first day.
Not you. No way.
And then they demagnetize, and then you gotta go stand in line. So, it
Yeah,
not to say that there things never happen because I have broken my band
I
before,
have to.
but it's easy. It's such a and again, it's adults, right?
Yeah,
We just make it work in a very special way. So, do you have some tea to spill?
I do. But before we do that, I am
Tell
going
me.
to just very quickly tell you about next year's celebration voyage. So, if any of those workshops, sessions with leaders, designers, like the best of the best, is interesting to you, you may want to consider joining next year's celebration voyage. So, it's got an awesome itinerary.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. Does not look great. I want to go all of those places.
I do
So
too.
mark your calendar, or I mean, it's open for booking now. So reach out and we can certainly get you on that epic, epic voyage.
And it's
So,
on Brilliant Lady, guys. It's on
yes.
Brilliant Lady. So it's her inaugural season. She'll still be nice, fresh, and new.
Yeah.
And St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua. I mean, those alone, like, and then you throw in the Epic Beach Club at Bimini. It's like, I don't know, guys. I have so many wish list sailings. And then she shows me this one, and I'm like, I have to add this one too.
Twist your arm, right? And if you're an outdoorsy person and you have not been to St. Kitts yet, let me tell you, you need to get there. My husband and I did the volcano climb there, which they said is like a moderate. No, it is one of the most challenging things I have ever done in my life.
Yeah.
At one point, we were climbing up tree roots like a ladder, like straight up for this
Okay.
volcano hike.
Well, you guys also went kayaking in Europe in the middle of a big ocean with all kind of things around you. So you guys like that daring lifestyle. Guys, you'll find me at a beach club or a spa
I
during my
like that
tours.
stuff too. I'm a big spa girl. I love a beach club. And honestly, I don't know that Enrico would tell you that he likes a lot of that adventuring. I think he puts up with it because I like it. But yeah, we've had some pretty epic adventures over the years for sure.
Yeah.
But okay, I want to move on to spill some brilliant lady tea. So the leadership team on the stage here, you can see Nirmal, the CEO, Michelle Bintubo, the COO, and Nathan Rosenberg, the CMO and sales leader. They were on stage just dropping hit after hit after hit for all of the exciting things that we can expect on Brilliant Lady. Check out that redesigned roundabout. Look how awesome that is.
That is it's epic. When I first saw it, my jaw was like way down here, and it makes so much sense, right? I mean, this ladyship is going to be doing some amazing sailings all over the world, including the Panama Canal and Alaska. And
Yeah.
so we knew that we needed to do something a little bit different. Even though we're going to Alaska in the summer, it's still cold.
Yes.
And we wanted to make sure that there was optimal viewing all over the ship. So I love what we've done with this area, the roundabout. I can't wait because the roundabout is like your first step onto the ship. It's your first impression kind of once you get through the terminal. And it's always a wow moment. It is. So to see this is going to be really nice. It's just so it's different, right? Because I'm so used to those little panel type things over by the
Yeah.
draft house. But I love to see it opened up, and I love what the team has done with this area.
I agree. And speaking of Draft House, this was new news to me. That's getting completely redone. That's going to be a new coffee and cocktails bar. So, Jamie Douglas, who led our ship design tour, was talking about how they're constantly listening to sailor feedback, constantly sort of like polling, figuring out like, okay, what's working? Where do we have some opportunity to innovate a little bit and maybe do something that resonates better with sailors? And the draft house was one of those areas. So that was sort of like a dedicated, almost like beer bar. And you can get other things there, but it just wasn't utilized as much as I think originally hoped. So that space has been reimagined. I think the name is maybe to be announced, TBA right now, but I am so excited for a new coffee and cocktail bar over there in that
It's
corner.
also kind of like the heart of our ship if you think about our Scarlet Nights and,
Yeah.
when we have certain shows and people grab some amazing ice cream and just want to people watch. It is the perfect area. I also love, Laura, that as we grow as a brand, every ship will offer something very unique. Whereas our ships, no matter which one you went on, you kind of had the same experience, same menus, same style, some slight decor differences, but as our ships come through dry dock and get new eateries and these refreshed areas, even the menus are going to be, different starting this summer. So we are definitely leveling it up from infants to toddlers, I would because we still have loads of work to do. But you said something really important. The brand listens to what the sailors and people like you, our first mates, say. We take it very serious, our post voyage survey, and we want to make sure that we're giving people what they want. And this whole brand was built on what is missing from cruising? What don't you like about cruising? What can we do different? And we took all of what people said to us, with the research we did prior to launching to bring those things to life. And so we will continue to listen to our sailors and our first mates.
I love that. I think that's so important because it feels like a brand that we're co-creating together. It feels like
Yes,
the experience is so important on both sides that
yes.
there is that feedback loop, that listening ear that makes me feel so loyal and committed to this
Oh,
brand.
you're loyal to fault, my friend.
I love it so much. So this is another rendering of what that new space is going to look like in the roundabout on the other side. So you can see
Mhm.
there's lounge areas, there's a place to work, there's those window seat cushions. This just looks like such a cozy, inviting space to watch the beautiful landscapes of a lot of these new destinations go by, like Alaska.
Oh, I never wanted to go to Alaska. And then we said we're going, and I'm like, okay, then I'm going.
Yep.
My
Yep.
arm again. Here we go.
Alaska is a destination that I sell a lot of. And, up until very recently, couldn't sell Virgin for, but I'm
Right.
so excited to see Alaska done for adults only. I think that that will be such a game changing way to experience,
I
sort of like that last frontier is what everybody
Yeah.
calls Alaska. I'm so excited. I'm booked on one of the very first Alaskan sailings with a big group. So it's going to be
I'll be
incredible.
having FOMO again, guys. It'll be a week of FOMO post on her social media pages,
There's still time to book it, Tamika. You could just come with
Maybe
us
I
and
should
just
just
enjoy
become a
it.
travel agent and oh, Laura, what are you doing to me here?
We have to talk about Rojo.
Oh,
Speaking of new news, so you likely saw Virgin's announcement about the redesigned Razzle Dazzle space on Brilliant Lady. So this is part of what that dry dock that you talked about earlier is going to tackle is retooling that whole restaurant to
yeah.
be this Spanish inspired tapas cava bar, like just incredibly immersive experience.
So I was so impressed when we heard like all of the work that went in behind the concept of Rojo. And our culinary team has spent almost a year in Barcelona in those kitchens, getting that real authentic. They wanted to bring the authenticity. And if you think about pink agave or you think about the wake, whatever we do, we try to do it to a very elevated experience. And we could take a dish that everyone cooks and put our own twist on it, and it just be very special. So, as a foodie, I would say that this concept was very well thought through. I cannot wait. I mean, even the grilling of the lemon in that picture, right? It's the
Right?
things that really bring that authentic flavors to life. And with our team spending so much time there and being able to really dig into the culture, I think we're in for a really great menu, a really great setting, and just amazing vibes at Rojo. I cannot wait.
Same here. Same here. I cannot wait to try it. We were on board Scarlet Lady a couple of months ago to check out Lucky Lotus, and
Yep.
that is just an incredible concept. But I don't want my Razzle Dazzle fans to fear.
Yes.
Having been in Lucky Lotus, I can tell you that while some of these design elements from original Razzle Dazzle are, you'll find little pops of them throughout. It's not going to be that overwhelming Razzle Dazzle design concept anymore, but you can still get a lot of those razzle dazzle experiences for breakfast and brunch. So it's like the best of both worlds.
Well, and Razzle Dazzle has the best bacon on the ship. So, like, it would be a disservice if we did not do breakfast and brunch. Okay.
I
I
totally
can I
agree.
mention that I think that Razzle Dazzle, great things came out of it, right? But I think Razzle Dazzle was probably our most underrated eatery. I don't know why, because I love that place so much, but I think it opens up ideas to really bring the concept of Lucky Lotus and Rojo to life. But
Yeah.
I'm really excited that some of our staples are still going to be staying at Razzle Dazzle because it's my favorite place for breakfast. And if you like bottomless mimosas, I mean, this is the place to do it, you know?
I agree. I agree. There is just so much exciting new news coming out on Brilliant Lady. I cannot wait to be on board. September can't get here soon enough. But before then, I'm actually getting on board this Sunday. My host agency is having our top producers retreat. So I'm so excited to be back on Valiant.
Wait,
And I
can
get
we
to,
stop there for a second? Just stop. Let's give this a moment, okay? Let's not talk about it being on Valiant. Let's talk about the fact that you are being recognized as a top producer for your agency. Congratulations.
thank
That is
you.
no easy task, guys. That is no easy task. And you deserve all your flowers. I am so proud of you. But yes, it's going to be the perfect setting on Valiant Lady because we
Thank
know how to
you.
celebrate. So,
Yes, you do. I cannot think of better party planners than Virgin Voyages. But I just have to take a minute to say thank you to all my incredible clients. I have the best clients ever who have supported my business over the years and helped me achieve this amazing milestone. So, big thank you to my clients, everybody who's trusted me with your special vacations. And big thank you to my partners, including you, Tamika, who've also supported me on this journey. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's what
I
I'm meant to be
know it.
doing.
You make it look so easy, but guys, I just want to say that, let me be honest here. When I first was interviewing for this position and they told me that I was going to be working with travel agents, I was like, they exist? What do you mean, travel agents, right?
We're here, we do.
But COVID was almost a resurgence of like the importance of travel agents and travel advisors. And you guys have definitely like come back with a vengeance. And for you to be one of hundreds of thousands of agents there out here in this world, and you have done so much work to make a name for yourself, your brand, curated by Laura Poe. It is just such an amazing thing. I mean, everybody cannot do this, guys. Part of my job is to make Laura pose all day, and it's not an easy thing to do.
There aren't a lot of Tamika Bloodworths out there either, to be fair.
Thank
You're
you.
one of the best in the biz, and I'm so thankful for you every day. And I think that's a big part of the benefit of working with a travel advisor is that we do have these incredible relationships. So I'm not calling a phone center, I'm calling a human who I know and love and trust and who
Or
supports
texting
me.
like this.
Yeah. Sorry, I do text you a lot.
But Laura, that I think that's important to say because if I was a consumer, if I was one of your clients and something didn't go as planned, it feels so much better knowing that I can call you and say this is the issue, and then you can fix that for me.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, it's so nice to have a professional that has trialed and tested the products that they're selling.
Yeah.
So it gives you this sense of confidence with purchasing. Let's be honest. Like everybody right now is really thinking about what they're purchasing, and does it have value? Is this something that is something I can remember? Is this a bucket list item? How long do I have to work to pay this off? And is
Yeah.
this something I want to do? So a lot more thought is going into it, and I think that having an agent like Laura Poe makes everything so much easier. Let her do all of the heavy lifting for you, and you just show up.
All right, all right. You're gonna make me blush. You have to stop. Too
Passenger
much.
princess. Let's just show
More,
it
more,
like a
more.
passenger princess.
Yeah, we're so excited to get back on board. We have all the Rockstar and Mega Rockstar suites rented out for our group. So I'm going to be rubbing elbows with incredible supplier partners and other top performing agencies. So I'm so excited. And Nathan, the CMO of Virgin, is going to be on board. So I'm going to hit him up with all the questions.
Absolutely. If you guys
Yes.
think I have personality, wait until you see Nathan.
I don't know. I think you guys are sort of neck and neck.
The male version, right? The male
Yeah,
version.
kindred spirits for sure. Well, I do want to do a quick lightning round with you
Okay.
about some of your Virgin Voyages favorites. But before then, we have a very exclusive offer for curated by Laura Poe clients. So you want to tell us about that?
So, again, it's all about who you know, guys, right? That my mother used to always tell me that when I was growing up. It's all about who you know. So, Laura and I have teamed up to give an exclusive offer for any bookings through, Laura, remind me the date,
The 30th, the end of this month.
end of this month. Any booking that is made with Laura, no matter what the cabin category is, except for locking in rates, we're going to give you a $50 bar tab.
Amazing.
Free $50 bar tab per cabin. And what I love about bar tab is that you can use it for your premium coffees, you can use it for smoothies, the fresh pressed juices at Razzle Dazzle, and of course your alcohol and even your non-alcoholic beverages. And who doesn't like something for free, right? So $50 bar tab to per cabin to whoever books with Laura by the end of this month. We wanted to make sure that you guys, because you are supportive of her, that we give you something as a thank you for your continued business with Laura Poe.
Thank you so much, Tamika. That is an awesome offer. I love a green juice to start the day and a little champagne, to keep the party rolling. So this is perfect. I'm so, so thrilled to be able to offer that.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see how many people get that free $50 bar tab.
I know, I know. So quick lightning round with you.
Okay,
I
here we
want to
go, guys.
ask you, there's no gotchas, don't worry. I want to ask you about some of your favorites. So after Scarlet Night, are you a galley person or a pizza place person?
I'm probably a galley person.
Okay.
I love the pizza place. It's like the second party after Scarlet Night. But there's something about having breakfast at like 2 o'clock in the morning that I just really enjoy. So having that 24-hour breakfast at the galley is my thing.
All right. Those hash browns. So good. So good. You can get into trouble with those hash browns.
Laura, why you gotta tell me that? I'm starving right now.
I know. I know. All right. Favorite steak on board? This
Oh,
is a
that's
very controversial question.
it's very, but let's talk about it. Pink agave is my favorite steak on board. It's something about that ribeye with Osaka cheese that is so special to me. So that's my favorite. What's your favorite? Are you awake, an extra virgin?
I'm an extra virgin steak girl.
I
It
know.
is so good.
It is really good though.
I
It
do love
is.
the one at Pink Agave too, though.
Yeah. It's a hard one, right?
It is. And the garlic that you get at the wake that you can spread on top of
Oh,
it. I mean, they're all excellent. You can't
they
go
are
wrong.
all excellent. But have you ever had the tomahawk steak?
No, I haven't.
Oh, the way
Do I
that they
need to?
even present it at the wake is so special. Yes, Laura, Deep Blue Extras. Get your tomahawk next
I
time.
need to. I need to do that for sure. Maybe I can get one of my 485C friends to treat me.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and what is your favorite short itinerary and favorite long itinerary? I know you've been some incredible places on some incredible ships. Tell me what you love.
So I guess my favorite to date short itinerary is probably Dominican days. Um, I love the 4 night, but you can't eat at every eatery in 4 nights. So I need to me, a 5 night is the shortest that you can do on Virgin Voyages.
I love that.
What I love about the Dominican days is I love that, you get a day at sea, then you're in Puerto Plata, Taino Bay, the newest port out there. The port itself is beautiful.
Hmm.
And then you get another day at sea to like really, explore the ship, and then a whole full day at the beach club at Bimini. And so for me, that's my favorite short one out of Miami. I'm a little spoiled because I live in Florida and I could just get on the Bright Line and go down there.
The
Uh,
best.
right, it is. So my favorite long itinerary is probably the French days and Ibiza nights, because I did that with Laura and some of my very special first mates, and those memories will never leave me. There's something about a late stay in every port and 2 overnights in the Mediterranean during the summer. I felt like after I came back from that voyage that if a travel agent had sent me, I would come back and say, Laura, I want to go back to Cannes for a week. I want to go
Yeah,
back to Palma Mallorca, de Mallorca for like 2 weeks. So it was long enough, but not long enough,
I
So
totally agree. I've been on that one twice. I loved it so much. I have
I
two
did.
videos about it. I loved it so much.
I
It's
did too.
incredible.
Yeah. I loved it's dreamy, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. And what is the destination, the new destination that you're looking forward to most with Brilliant? Is it like Panama Canal? Is it West Coast? Is it Alaska, New York? I mean, New York, obviously. You're from New York. That's a big
Well, I'm
one.
excited about all of them, but don't judge me here. I'm really excited about the Cali sailings. I
Yes.
just I my daughter lives in California, and there's something about her being able to see my ship over there that it's just so special. And I love that side of Mexico that we're going to over there.
Yes.
And yeah, I love the West Coast, period. So I'm really excited that our West Coast people have kind of their own, fire and sunset type of sailing where they don't have to go far. And there's something on that side of the world for them. So I'm really excited about the LA sailings. I think they're going to be quaint. They remind me of the current campaign with Love. There's just something about those destinations. Santa Barbara, we go into Santa Barbara. It's beautiful there. I mean, just to
Yeah.
see the mountains on one side and the ocean on the other side, the views are amazing. So, maybe not the most popular choice, but I am really looking forward to those LA sailings.
Oh, me too. Whale watching in Cabo is one of hands down the best things I've ever done. I was on the little boat, like crying like a baby at
Of
these,
course you were.
mama whales and baby whales. Just it's like a really epic experience
Yeah.
to see in person. So I
Yeah.
cannot wait to get out there too. And our West Coasters need some of that virgin love. I'm so
Yes, they
excited.
do. Thank you to all the West Coasters that the West Coast is the best coast that have taken that flight all the way to Miami to experience the product. But we are coming to you. We are coming to you. Laura, you're probably better at the longer sailings than me. I don't know if I could be on a ship for 16 days.
Oh, you could. Yes, you
I mean,
could.
I could
You're
probably do
a
it on
thermal
board.
suite girl. You
I
would be in
am.
that thermal suite every
I
day.
I am a thermal sweet girl, guys. I have an illness, guys. I every time I get on board, I have to do the unlimited spa pass. So
It's incredible in there. I love
it
it.
is. It is.
Well, any last, kind of favorites or little teasers that you want to give? Any more tea you want to spill before we wrap it up?
Um, I'm just gonna say the word the app, and that's all I'm gonna say. The app.
Ooh, that's
Yes. Guys,
exciting.
guys, I'm so excited to be part of a brand that is evolving in such a natural way. Um, I think that you have only seen the beginning of what Virgin Voyages has to offer. I think it's a special company that has people that really enjoy what they do, which makes the difference in the service that you receive. And our first mates are our partners that we couldn't do this without. So I'm just grateful to you, Laura, for, giving us this platform to talk about something that we love so much. I wish I could be in this hammock right now because I really like just it's the simple things of this brand that make it so special. And if you have not set sail with Virgin Voyages, what are you waiting for?
Yes.
Please reach out to Laura, get that $50 free bar tab to spend on board any way that you like. And thank you so much for having me, Laura.
Thank you for being here. And everybody, reach out at curatedbylaurapoe.com to get yourself booked, especially soon with this amazing bar tab offer. Thank you so much, Tamika. And I will see you hopefully on board very soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.